that we're continuing on from part two of, we were talking about building mental toughness and optimized performance. In the first section, we talked about three things. We talked about unraveling your essence of mental toughness and the impact of athletic performance. Then we went on with the power of self-awareness, and lastly, we went cultivating a growth mindset. And in that, we highlight all the different variables that you can run with. And I shouldn't say all, I just say we shared a few that pointed out some of the areas where we need to work on in efforts to help us in our mental toughness. So without recapping that, if you want to see it, you can go back and see the video part one that should be somewhere posted up over here. If not, just look at the link below and you should see the videos there for your view. Now, we left off with cultivating a growth mindset, and we talked about that, which leads us into the next segment, which is the 4 of the 7, is goal setting and personalizing your plan. This is so essential because we need to have effective goal setting and how it fuels our motivation and relaxed techniques. We know that we use the example, we'll continue on with the basketball player who now is challenged with shooting free throws, facing their opponents, and meeting up the expectations of the position in which they have, the coach has selected them to play in. And all that being encompassed in their mind and how they deal with that. So when we look at goal setting and personal planning, we have to be able to filter in our proper way of eating, our proper way of practice, our proper way of self-awareness, and our proper way of relaxing. Yeah, keyword, relaxing. See, it's easy for you to fall into training from your coaches, your exercise that you do to warm up, then the different drills that you go before you play the game, and then into the game of practices, trying different techniques and different approaches to help you as you get ready for the upcoming games or whatever in between. But the thing that we don't teach on is how to relax. See, most of the time, you all that ever been injured playing the sport, eventually they put you in this tub. We call it an ice tub, where you sit back and you let the body cool down so that it'll let the body begin its healing process, and then you get out there and then you warm up, and it's supposed to speed up some of the time of recovery. But that's only if you have an accident, or you go sit in a sauna and let the heat go and relax the muscle, or take a cold bath, hot bath, take a swim in the lake, whatever it may be, different things and techniques to kind of slow down the body, cool it off so that it can start its healing process for the demand that's placed upon the body. You go through the different strapping and the wrapping and the braces and all that comes all together to help you to not increase injuries but heal quicker, so you can move away from these straps and devices of that nature. That's all planned, that's all given, we know that happens. But what happens after the practice is over? How do you relax not only your body, but your mind? Most of the time, if you're in sports or whatever, you take the time and review previous clips of how you played. You look at some of the techniques and the strategies that the new coach is showing you, your exercise coach, your performance coach, your shooting coach, and et cetera, has given you. Then you go back and try to replay it. Then on top of it, you have that mental session where you go through the different drills that they have. You have to look over the plan that they have of execution, the roles, the different calls for the job. For the game, if you have a number 1, what does that mean? A number 2, an 88 or 84 football terms and things like that. You need to know the game plan. And when they call out certain numbers, what role do you play in that? And all that deals with you just processing all this information. And you're running through the drills, walking through, you're going through everything you can to make sure that when your number is called, you're prepared to do it, or any other number, you're in the right place so you don't cause confusion. We got that. But when do you deprogram from all that? And that's not include that you're in school or college where you have coursework to do, the basketball, football, any other sport that you may play, the different things that calls for you to learn and drive yourself through, and then go back and do schoolwork and then have a personal life and all those things. When do you take the time to relax? Well, let's talk about that. It's not good to always be so sports driven. It's not always good to be so academia driven. It's not so much to be all about you driven as well. It has to be a balance. You have to find a way to depro from the toxicity of life and also from the game, or from different aspects of your life that will cause you to carry all that into your sleep. You have to find a way to get some quality sleep without processing the next day in your mind. And what I mean by that, going through techniques and exercise where you begin to release the toxicities of overthought processes. Yes, I know we have to spend time studying, but it has to be a point where at this time you shut off for the day, and now you begin to go into that place where you begin to silence your mind, silence your action, and let your body rest. That's one thing that we need to focus on. Most athletes don't learn that till later in the game when their body begin to show those fast signs that something needs to happen or something's going to break. So we want to talk about how that's going to come about, and we'll go on to that in another session. But just know that's the first part that we need to deal with, is that your goal setting and personalized planning. Sit back and look at what you're trying to achieve on a daily basis. Set your goals of what I can achieve by Friday, what I can achieve by the next Friday. Set your goals so that you can see that you have increments for improvement, or you can sit back and assess yourself as you're going through, and then look at it. If you're not making your target goal, then what steps can be made to help you along the way? Who do I need to speak to? What type of information I need to obtain? What type of different exercise I may have to change? Or maybe I need to relax more and deprogram for some of the things that I'm going through. Whatever it is, it's all gonna go back to self-awareness, self-reflection, and you trying to take care of you. All right. And when you think these goals and expectations, make on things that you know that you can achieve. I'm not talking about being lazy and try to get out of it. But if you were saying, again, back to the free throw, shooting the free throw shots, we shoot 10, and out of the 10, we only make 2. So our goal is to make an even 5 out of 5 on a regular basis. So we need to go and sit there and schedule, prime to go sit and shoot 30 free throws a day, or 50 free throws a day, until you can make 10 straight, whatever it may be. And if you don't do it, just keep a track of it. Keep working on it. And then if you go for that week, by Friday, if you don't see any improvement, then go talk to someone to help you. Maybe just videotaping yourself, seeing how you're following through. Maybe you're altering it every other shot. Or maybe you're just at a place where mentally you're thinking about your school assignment or some life experience that is coming into play that is taking your focus off of shooting the ball. Or maybe you need to find something that you value a lot and put that on the inside of a goal and shoot for that target. It's all about mental strategies to coming up with the right approach that works for you. But you have to make realistic goals. Now, if you continue to struggle with free throws, continue forward with your focus, then you need to get additional help, because there is something that is not lining up. And just believe it or not, there are some things that you're just not going to master. I know Shaquille O'Neal, his free throws were pathetic. And no matter how many coaches he had, he just couldn't shoot it. He just was not good at that area. So guess what? He focused on another area of his game to improve on that, letting this be a point of interest, but not a point of weakness. He knew that he would eventually get there to the goal, and he would do his best to make the shot. He would practice everything that they said, and it would be like a 50-50 or less than that percentage of him making it. But at least he still knew that he had to work on it. He may not have worked on it as hard as he did with other parts of the game, because this is where he struggled the most, but he still spent time trying. And that's what I'm saying to you. So there's some goals and expectations that you're gonna have to adjust to, that you're not gonna be able to maximize the percentage. In this case, shoot 10 out of 10 free throws every week, or have that 89% or the 85. Maybe 45% is not acceptable, but maybe for your case, 70 may be. So if we can get up to a 70% free throw shooting, let's work on that. If not, then let's keep on striving, utilize that, but let's work on the other areas where we can be strong at. And free throws may not be it, but that's what the beauty of basketball. There's so many different aspects that we can work on, that we can improve in that area to make us stronger, and it would outshine that area of concern. All right, now, but we have to be able to point out what we're doing, what we're contributing to the success or failure in our eyes of this area, making it as weak as. Are we putting the time in? Are we going to the gym? Are we listening to wise counseling of the coach? Or are we just going through our normal procedures? So that all comes into personalized planning and goal setting, is that we take the time to take the necessary actions to help ourselves improve. All right, the next one will be mental skill training and peak performance. This includes visual goal setting, positive self-talks, and relaxing techniques, as I said before. This is us sitting back and really looking at what we are doing to contribute to the outcome of our business. Outcome of our job. is it sport or life or whatever it may be. In this aspect, we're talking about individual who's playing basketball. We have to begin to look at what are we doing visually. Like, look at it. Are we performing to our best ability, or are we going through the motions? Sometimes, believe it or not, you all, we done it so long, it's become a pattern for us, so we just fall in suit and go with it. And then sometimes we get into ourselves and we think that we got it all together, and we can't, we're not willing to balance out and take criticism, positive criticism, negative criticism from anybody, because we know it. We can't get like that. We need to make sure that we continue to stay open to understand. I'm sorry, let's go to 7. The power of support and feedback. That's what I was leading to. We have to be able to embrace that there are people out there that know the game better from us. And remember, they're looking on the outside watching us perform. So they'll be able to see things that we may not be able to see. That's why it's good to start videotaping yourself. Have somebody to record your games or your sessions so that you can see some of the things you're doing, and sit down and take those videos and talk with your coaches or talk with other people who are a little bit more knowledgeable about the game than you are. They probably can point out some techniques and exercise to help you improve in that area. And the last one, I know it was 7, but I want to throw an 8 in for a bonus, is embracing continual growth. You have to be able to know and accept that this way you're doing now, there are rooms for improvement. You can do something maybe to enhance this. Maybe taking more dribbling classes so that you can dribble more. You can dribble more from the left or the right. Or you can alter hands in your shot. Or maybe you were shooting a free throw with your right hand and it wasn't followed through. Maybe switch it to the left. I might be able to make more. I don't know. You have to be able to look at different opportunities, seize any moment that you have to be able to advance yourself, but always take the time to do self-evaluation. Sit down and let your mind deprogram so that you can reprogram and be able to be open to look at things from different perspectives. And if you feel that you're in a place of funk right now and you can't do that, or you don't know how to do it, reach out to me. My name is James, Coach J. Yes, I am a performance coach. I'm also a business consultant. And I have created this One Movement LLC firm with you in mind. We want to be able to help you to maximize your potential. If you would like to learn more, go ahead to our website at onemovementllc.com and look through all the packages that we offer, all the things that we do. And for you athletes, please hit that free consulting form there so we can sit down and talk about how we can help you. We got different packages that will come about, different trainings, different exercises that we can implement with your current process that you have to help you to see some changes that may be needed. Maybe sit there and present some strategic planning that will help you to make realistic goals and expectations. Whatever it may be that we can help, we're willing to do so.